So I'm going to tell you a true story, okay?
Okay.
It happened to a friend of mine.
All right.
It was actually me. But,
Oh.
anyways, I was installing printer drivers for a customer, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they have all different kind of computers everywhere. And this guy is upstairs and he's like, yeah, you might want to do mine last. I'm like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, my computer's a little slow. It's not very fast. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then I do everybody's computer. No problem. I go up to his computer. Yeah, I know why it's slow. You want to know why it's slow?
Oh, why is it slow?
It's fine. I go up to it. It's Windows 10. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
that's pretty new. Whatever. I go to download the driver from Rico's website, and he has 86 Chrome tabs open.
What?
Like, that's how many tabs he had open on his web browser.
His computer wasn't melting?
Well,
What?
well, when he entered the room, it was pretty hot, and all you heard was. I'm like, hey, your fan's on a little bit. And it's like, he had, like, you know how you see your tabs on Chrome at the top? Like, I couldn't see the tabs. Each tab was just like a letter. That's how many were open.
Why? Why did he have so many open?
Oh, I don't know. You know what? It's not the first time. It's not the first time. I've seen plenty of people. They just, I don't know. They don't close tabs. They just open new ones. And this guy just had it all. And like, I was like, do you have anything saved here? He's like, oh, no. I close it. And his computer's like, it looked like, you know, the scene in,
oh my god,
you know, the scene in Total Recall where the people are fucking suffocating. And then he turns the air on. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Just like the atmosphere came back, and then the computer was like, oh. Quaid. But seriously. Quaid. But seriously though, don't open 80 tabs on your fucking Chrome. Don't be a fucking animal, people. Close your goddamn tabs.
Oh my god.
The
RAM must have been on fire, man. Like
if it was Windows Vista, the thing would have blown up.
yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't have been able to open friggin' Chrome. It would have it would blow up pretty much before it opened the first tab. So an interesting thing, if people don't know, every tab that you open uses up more RAM, more processing.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like keep it like 5 is almost too much, but 85, you're out of control. Welcome everybody back to Not Rich Just Bored, episode 18. I just checked that out. I just made sure because I wasn't sure.
Ooh, yeah.
I never know. I don't know how. I just never know. I'm like,
yeah.
It's like when you do something once a week, you just never remember. You're like, I was like, well, it's under 100. Let's just start drawing names. Yeah, this is going to be the official WrestleMania podcast.
Yeah.
Well, pre-WrestleMania predictions.
Yes.
And all that. But there's somebody else that fucking apparently wanted to join WrestleMania, but he didn't get an invite. His name was Will Smith.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking Vince McMahon was at the Oscars. He's like, I'm going to sign that guy. Will, if you wanted a spot, you could have just asked me.
Yeah.
like when he did
Seth Rollins.
If you wanted a match, you could have just asked me.
I'm really curious when it comes to that.
I know. I'm curious about that too. But before we dive into WrestleMania, I just want to talk. What the fuck was going on with Will Smith at the Oscars?
I don't
It's
know, man. I
I
guess emotions got best of him.
I know, but dude, the amount of people I see online that are like defending his actions and being like, "Yeah, he deserved a slap." It's
It's if I've been noticing it's like kind of like a 50-50. I'm
it
seeing maybe it's because I have a little. I'm kind of following more comedians, and comedians are definitely siding with Chris Rock. And
oh,
again, I
100%.
and again, I think both of us are kind of on Chris Rock's side
Oh,
than Will.
I 100% am. Like, here's the thing. Will Smith, I've always loved him. He's a great actor. Like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was literally one of my favorite fucking shows growing up. And like his movies are classic. But like
Yeah.
there's this whole fucking cuckold thing right now where he's kind of like, there's a long history of Jada being a fucking shitty wife to him. And then he's always
Hmm.
kind of stuck up for her and stayed with her, which whatever. It's his choice. I don't care. But the point is, I think there's better ways to handle shit. And at the end of the day, a guy's being a comedian. And that was a
Yeah.
very mild joke. Like, I've heard some fucking raunchy shit in my time. Like,
Yeah.
because she's bald, calling her G.I. Jane. Like, that is the least of your worries.
Yeah.
He could have been like, when's the chemo over?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, and like, for me, it's not even like the principle of like necessarily slapping him. Like, that's bad enough, but it's just like obviously Chris got over it after, but like, that's gonna be that's a humiliation that's gonna last forever. People are never gonna they're never gonna let him live that down. And Chris Rock's gonna have to he's gonna have to deal with that forever. Like, it'll be like a
I think
joke.
it's, I guess to a certain sense, but like at the same time too, Chris just kind of took it and just whatever.
Oh,
But
he was
like
he was
it's
very
gonna,
professional.
yeah, Chris or Will, it's gonna affect Will because right now they're just trying to decide if they're gonna take his award away from him.
Yeah, well, that was more fucking awkward, man. Because I'll be the first to admit it, as everybody pretty much can admit this. I don't watch the Oscars. I never really have. I watched them when I was like 10 years old, but that's because we were fucking living in a cave. And anytime that there was a big event on TV, we all gathered around the local fire, and our local tribesmen would turn on the tube TV, and we'd watch some high society types, except scumbag awards. But but like now it's like you have the internet. I could see all these celebrities anytime, anywhere. If I want to see Leo in a suit, I'll just Google Leonardo DiCaprio in a suit. But it's like, it's so easy to see celebrities. Nobody gives a fuck about the Oscars anymore. It's just not a thing anymore. And that's where that conspiracy theory is coming. That this was like an attempt to get more eyes on the Oscars.
I heard about that too.
A lot of people are saying that. I don't think so. I mean,
No,
I kind of thought about it at first, but after watching on my computer in like not on mobile, on my actual computer, full 4K video, that was not a staged hit. That was 100. And people are like, well, Chris Rock, he braced for impact and he leaned in. It's like, yeah, he leaned in because Will Smith's coming up. Like he thinks he's gonna whisper in his ear, be like, hey, you got gravy in your shirt, He's not expecting, hey, what's up? Boom!
Yeah.
Fucking hits him. It's like, I don't know. The people that think it's staged, I don't know. I just don't think so. People like Will Smith especially would not risk their already rocky career at this point to give the Oscars fame.
Yeah.
Like, they just wouldn't. Like, Chris Rock sure as fuck wouldn't. I mean, he's not really in the limelight that much besides his stand-up and Happy Madison movies. But, like, still, he's not going to risk his fucking career to give the Oscars. Because at the end of the day, it's not more publicity for him. It's negative. Like, it's negative for all of them. It makes him look bad. It makes Will look bad. It makes everybody look bad. So I don't subscribe to that at all. I don't believe it was staged, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think what Will should have done was just showed up after the show and been like, "Hey, bro, Jada really didn't like that joke. She was kind of offended by it. You know, just next time, just don't direct jokes at her, okay?" And he would, "Okay, sounds good, yeah." And
Yeah.
that's how it should have went. But instead, it was so embarrassing. He just goes up there and fucking slobbers him, and, and then to make it worse, this is the part that I didn't even know till like yesterday or 2 days ago, was that he accepted an award after that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, that is. How do you not cringe up? And he cried during his speech.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's like that is so fucking. I don't know. That's DefCon level cringe when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I'm like, how could you? How could you even? Like, can you imagine anybody in the audience? Like, can you imagine just how they felt? Like, how fucking uncomfortable that would have been.
Oh, God.
Just like him smacking them. And again, like you said, Chris took it like a champ. And that's the one thing I will say is that Chris Rock really did take that well. Because, you know, he could have just slapped the shit out of him, or they could have got into a fight or whatever, or he could have even bitched him out. But he just he stayed smiling. You could tell he was tripping over his words a little bit because he just got the shit smacked out of him.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. But I am enjoying the memes that are coming out of this. I will say that.
Yeah. There's some really good ones.
My favorite one so far is the one I showed you, where it's like Dwayne Johnson. It's like, can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. And it's like, well, it's like pointing at him. That would be so
There's
fun.
a good one too from the first Jumanji. I think it's the first Jumanji movie. Yeah, it is. Where Kevin Hart slaps The Rock. And then The Rock punches fucking Kevin Hart, and he goes flying across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like The Rock presenting in the Oscars.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love shit like that. Like the memes have been fucking incredible. And all like the edits and shit like that. Oh god. But yeah. Pretty awesome. You know it's not awesome?
What's that?
Fucking Justin Trudeau wanting his money back.
I don't know.
This is just recent today, but I was telling you about how I got an email from Service Canada or whatever about owing the CERB back or piece of it or whatever. But I'm just noticing on social media right now that it's not just me, but there's a lot of people speculating that they owe it all back. But I'm like, I don't think so. That would be
I can't.
That would be such a fucking smack in the face. But I think it's one of two things. It's either they sent out early CERB payments, and then like a lot of people got double paid, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I've heard of that.
Yeah, like some people got $2,000, some people got $4,000, some people got fucking $8,000. It's out of control. So I think there was initial payments that just came out, and I think those are the payments that they want back, because those were just to get you by for the $500 a week that they were giving you. But if you ended up getting more than that $500 a week, which would be more than that $2,000, then you owe that back. But maybe it's just a mass email that they sent out to everybody that got CERB, regardless of, because it doesn't say how much you owe in the email. It doesn't. And there's some people speculating it's a scam, but I don't think it's a scam, because if you look at the email sender, they're like, it's the government of Canada's domain name, like the gr.ca, right? Or gv.ca. I don't know. So it's the government's, it's on their domain. So I don't think it's a scam. I
don't think so.
For all you tech junkies out there, that's all you old people that don't know what a fucking phishing scam is. This is Code Man here with the tipsters. That's what you look for. If it says Apple or whoever the fuck's trying to scam you, just look at the email address. If it says apple@gmail.com, there's a good fucking chance it's not from Apple. Or if it says like anything, sometimes it's stupid. It's like thegovernment at gmail.com. It's like, hey, that's the government's email. But yeah, it's fucking. I don't know, it's fucking stupid. But yeah, I don't think it's a scam. But I think what it is it's if there's an overpayment, you'll have to pay that back, and then they're gonna put these assessments out. So this might be. Did you get one?
Nope.
No, so it might just be a mass blast email. I don't know, but like,
yeah,
you just might not have gotten yours yet. I don't know, but
it's hard to say because I know. Yeah, it's been. I've heard it about. I think a few weeks ago, I've heard people get mail and emails.
Yeah, it could be. A lot of people are freaking out right now because a bunch of people that I know got it today. But I think it's gonna be either, yeah, you owe the taxes back, the taxable amount, or you just got overpaid, and it's just a generic email. Because if it wasn't a generic email, why wouldn't they tell you how much you owe? You know, so
yeah.
Either way, my friends and family, do not freak out, and I hope to God you're wrong, and I hope you guys don't have to, well, me included, not just everybody else, but me included. I hope you don't have to pay all that back. So
yeah, oof.
It gotta be like that guy, and where the fuck was that? That was it was in America, I think, but it's not Serb, it's whatever their emergency thing was. But he did that scam, and he bought all those Pokemon cards.
Oh God!
And he fucking he made like a bunch of money off them, right? Because they're huge at the time too, because of like Logan Paul now that, and it was a Jake, I can't remember whoever was doing the Pokemon shit
Logan.
at the time. Logan, yeah, and yeah, all those Pokemon cards, and then he used all, not only his Serb money, but he made a scam to say he owned a business.
Yeah.
So he got the business amount, like a business, I think it's called a subsidy for COVID. So he got like thousands of dollars, and he spent it all on Pokemon cards. And then, yeah, he's in federal prison either way now. So, you know, don't do stupid shit, kids.
Yeah.
But we all know why you're here at this podcast. Do you know why?
Oh, yeah.
Because of Dan Aykroyd's vodka. Brought to you in part by Wrestlemania. It's hard to be in sync on Discord.
Oh, it is. It is.
But I did hack into your webcam, and I see that you're naked. What are you doing?
Great. Fantastic.
I thought you were allergic to peanut butter. But anyway, so yeah, this weekend is going to be WrestleMania. This podcast will probably be up late tonight, because normally we do Wednesday and upload Thursday. But this guy got beaten up on Wednesday. He's like, I can't do this. I'm like, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. I got beat up today.
Yeah.
I got killed today. And you know where I got killed? It's Saskatchewan.
It's Saskatchewan, yeah.
Because I work. It's
Saskatchewan.
I
pay taxes.
I pay Serb relief benefits back in Saskatchewan. I pay GST on a car over $5,000 in Saskatchewan.
Oh man,
it's true. But yeah, this WrestleMania, it's shaping up to be pretty entertaining. I mean, we just talked about him, but Logan Paul's having a fucking fight.
Yeah, with the Miz against the Mysterios.
Yeah. So what was the backstory on that one? That was on, like,
I think it was more like Logan Paul's kind of popped up a few times. I think in the last WrestleMania he got stundered by Kevin Owens when Kevin Owens was face.
That was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if Kevin Owens is just heel for this particular thing with Stone Cold, Stunner versus Stunner, or if it's just, or this is going to him rolling back into a heel. Yeah, but anyways, with Logan Paul there, I think it was more like Logan Paul Miz has been kind of going against the Mysterios for a while, and then the Miz made this big announcement like, "Hey, like I ain't going to have a handicap match. I got someone in mind." And so, like again, it makes sense in the sense of like you have this guy Logan Paul.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, he's a very YouTube social media kind of star. He's very popular on YouTube, multi-million views subscribers and like billions of views and stuff like that. And then you got like the Miz, who's kind of this Hollywood kind of actor kind of category. It's interesting. I don't know how true it is, but like I played this new WWE game that came out, right? The 2K22. And like when you create a character or even the characters in the thing, they categorize them into 3 sections. The heck was it? Um athlete, actor, and what the heck was the last one? There's something now.
Superstar. No.
Superstar. Superstar, you're more like a half star. Yeah.
That's what he should have said at the Oscars. He should have been like, I gotta stab somebody to get my rep up.
Longest run reference right there. So it makes sense to have, because Miz is like an actor, so to have Logan Paul and Miz together, I think is a good combination.
They're both very hateable.
Yeah. Miz is a great heel.
He is, yep.
He makes a really good heel. He's definitely built up to appreciate it, because a few years back I could really care less about Miz. And again, I don't really sit down and watch on the TV wrestling. When I watch wrestling, it's going on WWE on YouTube and watching it on there, just like how you guys should be going on YouTube on the Not Rich Just Bored YouTube channel, just to hear us.
And don't forget Code Manliness for his Elden Ring guides.
Yeah, and the Houster for whatever I put up there. But
just not day one.
Yeah, not day one.
I'm still waiting.
So you have these guys, that's where I watched these clips of WWE. So that's where we kind of get caught up and stuff. So
and that's how I am, because this I just want to say this real quick, because this is our first pre-WrestleMania like since we've had the podcast. So I do want to say, for the record, like I don't think any of us really watch wrestling throughout the year, unless there's some cool highlights, like you said, on YouTube and stuff. Yeah. But like there's something about WrestleMania, and your dad has that tradition of always getting the guys together and watching it, and it's super fun.
Oh yeah, it's an incredible blast. I am so glad Al got that set up. Like, they do a great job. Like, we have food, and it's a great time.
Yeah, it is. And like WWE's entertaining, but WrestleMania is like, they always have to kick it up a notch. They always have to push the envelope just a little bit. I've been talking about it forever because I loved it so much, but when like I can't remember what one it was, like 37 or no, it's probably 36 or 35. But when Shane McMahon jumped off the cage,
I think that was 36. Yeah,
that was, oh my god, that was such a WrestleMania moment, because it's like nobody would do that, especially in a normal match. That would never happen. But I'm like, holy shit, he went for it. Like, that was some video game level shit.
Yeah.
And he's no he's no spring chicken either.
No.
Like, that he could have really hurt himself, but
oh yeah.
God,
so like even with the padding.
Yeah.
Like, the padding that they have isn't super thick padding, and they're still falling from like 2 stories or something.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
You know what I mean? Like
that. No, there's no way to do that and have it not hurt. Like, the way they do it.
I think we talked about this a few days ago.
Yeah, we talked about it on Wing Night.
Weeknight, yeah, but it was the heck what I was getting to. Yeah, Tuesday. But we were talking about Joe Rogan when he was having that talk with the Undertaker. That
Yes, yeah,
like wrestling at the end of the day, like a lot of people say, "Oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake." Well,
yeah,
it's not fake; it's scripted because you
exactly.
can't fake a person jumping off the top of a fucking cage. You know what I mean? You
No,
can't fit, and even if they have pre-dented chairs, you still hear the chairs hit the guy's back. I don't care what it is. You
yeah,
like it's a metal chair. You're gonna feel something from it, you know?
yeah, and well, and like yeah, like the stairs and all that shit. Like, yeah, it's probably hollowed out, and it's probably not. Maybe it's not real steel. Maybe it's like synthetic aluminum that bends easily or something. I don't know, but either way, it's still. And don't even talk about the weapons. Just the athleticism.
Yeah,
Like when a guy jumps off the top rope, puts his legs around your head, spins around your neck, and throws you. Like, yes, he doesn't really throw you, you kind of throw yourself. But still, that is a
yeah,
dangerous act. And it takes a
yeah,
lot of fucking skill.
yeah.
And it's not faked. It's not like it's CGI.
No.
Like that's all fucking real jumping and real athleticism. So
Hmm.
calling it fake is yeah, it's disingenuous.
Yeah.
Calling it
And like,
scripted is true.
yeah, like people talk about like, oh well, they don't bruise. Well, that's what training's about. Like I know someone that's in wrestling, and the thing is that they had to spend like almost a year training. At the very beginning, they're bruised everywhere, but now that they've done like over a year of training, they're not like, maybe they'll have the rare bruise, but they don't have the same bruises like they were at the beginning, because the whole point of training is, one, doing the right moves, doing them properly, having that partner kind of relationship with your opponent, so you don't injure, like truly fully injure yourself, so you can perform on a consistent thing. And then on top of it, yeah, you're adjusting your body to adjust to those kind of hits, those falls,
Yeah.
learning how to fall. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Shout out to Vert Vixen.
yeah.
Is she still
The
wrestling under that name?
Yep.
She's still, yeah.
Yeah, she does. It's all like she's been on like AEW, but it's like AEW Dark, so it's like
Yeah.
not really live television for it, but you can see it on like YouTube and stuff like that. It's been a while, I think, since she's been on AEW, but she seems to be getting her name out, so it's pretty cool.
That's good. It's a tough business to break into, so
Yeah,
it's good that she's she I mean I follow her on Instagram and stuff too, so I see like she's got lots of fans, so it's
yeah,
it's it's good. That's the thing, you gotta just go for those things.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And if she
Uh,
makes it into WWE one day, or even just a regular on like AEW, like
yeah,
she could make a lot of money.
yeah. It's funny, because WWE doesn't like calling their they don't like calling their wrestlers, hey. WWE has superstars.
Superstars, yeah.
WWE superstars. That's what they're named. You're not a wrestler. So there's always this conflict of AEW versus WWE, because AEW's focused on the idea of wrestlers, professional wrestler. So when guys leave WWE and go to AEW, they go, "Oh, it's good to be back as a professional wrestler." It's the kind of the gimmick, the talk or whatever. But it's interesting, kind of going into AEW for a minute. Is Chris Jericho's big thing now? Is he's a, what the heck did he call him? I think it was a superstar. I'm a I'm a wrestling superstar or something, and these guys are just wrestlers. That's He's doing a new heel approach, and it's awesome. I really enjoy it. I honestly recommend. I'm glad AEW exists. I think it's great for entertainment, for business in the wrestling scene, but also for us as viewers. It's another show to watch, and I really highly recommend watching it, because some of the stuff, again, you have more. of a big threshold story with WWE, but
Yeah.
you get some really damn good matches out of AEW. And they do have a story that you have a few older wrestlers from WWE going into AEW. So, and yeah, so I recommend it.
It's yeah, I think, and also I just think it's good to have competition because
Yeah,
WWE has kind of had the stranglehold on,
100%.
and I mean it makes sense because they were the biggest and they were the first, so
Yeah.
it really does make sense. And I
Mhm.
sometimes I like to do that, like go back and look at like old matches, man, you know, Hulk Hogan versus like the Ultimate Warrior, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like all those old matches, man, they're crazy.
Hmm.
The Attitude Era, holy fuck.
Yeah. It's just the funny thing is to this day everyone will talk about the Attitude Era because the thing is that they got away with so much back then. You know, everything is so dialed down now. Like they're always
Oh,
trying to find ways to get around that, but it's so hard nowadays on television.
I know it's
You get more again. You have more sensitive people. You know,
you
like
got that right.
like yeah, he's just like for fuck's sake, there's a match back in the Attitude Era where fucking it was Vince McMahon versus God. Like like I just remember the freaking the thing, and it showed Vince like the match card. Like they would always
Oh,
show
excuse
like
me.
what's the next match or whatever, or something coming up in a pay per view, and it's like it shows. I swear, I'm just gonna take a look right now, but I
Yeah.
swear it's yeah, it shows a picture of fucking Vince McMahon. It's like Vince McMahon versus God. If I can
Oh, what
type
the
it
hell?
right.
Yeah, that's hilarious, man. Shit. When I typed it in, there's like a guy that made like God in the video game. It's like
Yeah,
Shawn Michaels and God versus Shane and Vince.
yeah. The and then they had like other stuff too. I think it was just the beginning of Attitude Era. I think I don't really remember too much, but yeah, there's like I remember this one where he like Vince McMahon had his Stephanie McMahon, his daughter there, friggin' tied up to some kind of logo, the Undertaker's logo, and I think the Undertaker was going to set her on fire, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin comes racing out and beats the crap out of Vince McMahon and stunners Undertaker. Oh man, there's some really good shit.
That's like the moments like this where like Donald Trump was on there,
Oh yeah,
and
Donald Trump.
yeah, and
Yeah, shaved
Bobby
Vince.
Lashley, and yeah,
Yeah, shaved
Stone
his
Cold,
head.
yeah.
That's an old one there. That shows right there actually how long Bobby Lashley's been in WWE.
Oh man, I remember
He's
him
been
on the old games, on the old video games. Like I know
yeah,
he's been in there for a while,
yeah.
and he's a brick shithouse, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a thing back in January, the Royal Rumble, where it was uh, Bobby versus Brock Lesnar, because Bobby was also in a not the UFC, but he was in like that MMA kind of fighting.
Oh yeah, he was in one. What was it called? Can't remember. It's called One FC, I think.
I'm not too sure.
I'm trying to remember it now. What was he in? Let me look. Uh
And he's having a match actually uh, in WrestleMania against Omos. Omos is like this 7 foot tall, 7'5" tall guy. He's huge, but
oh,
yeah, because he's been doing a bunch of Omos has been. He used to be like AJ Styles' bodyguard when AJ Styles was heel,
Bellator.
and so
That's what it
Bellator.
was.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Bellator and Strike Force.
okay,
That's where
yeah,
he was. Yeah, I knew he wasn't in the UFC, but
yeah,
Bellator is like number two. Like UFC is the biggest MMA thing, and then Bellator is
yeah,
like a close second. They got some
okay,
fucking killers over there.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Omos, yeah, he was the bodyguard or whatever. He's a huge guy. And then they kind of just broke up and then yeah, AJ turned face just recently. Um and then yeah, Omos is just kind of doing his own thing. So I don't know if Omos is I think he's heel.
Oh, this big bastard.
So
Holy shit.
yeah, OMOS Omos.
Yeah,
The
holy
so
shit.
it makes me wonder if that means they're trying to turn Bobby into a face. That or else it could be just heel versus heel for
Yeah,
that.
it definitely could be. Is that day one
Yeah.
or day two?
That's day 2 apparently.
Okay, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
Bobby versus Omos.
Yeah. We're not too sure. Like we've been again, I haven't really fully done my research. I've
Yeah,
been just kind of just checking out cards, but like I'm not too sure what order
yeah,
the matches are in.
yeah,
Because
we
like
just kind of have a day one, day two idea.
yeah, because like on the list, they're making it seem like it's Bobby versus almost as the last match on day 2, which that seems like a weird.
No,
Um,
it's gotta be the Lesnar fight because it's gotta be
yeah,
it's always
yeah, it,
the biggest card, right? The biggest thing.
yeah, exactly, and like, yeah, and from my understanding, day 2, um, or sorry, day 1, or it's no, day 2 with Roman and Brock. They're talking about how they're making this unified championship. So it sounds like they're going to just make this one champion just go back and forth from Raw versus SmackDown now instead of having two separate champions because I don't
Oh
know,
yeah,
like just like how the WWE championship was. It was just I think there was no other one. And with splitting it down the middle, it almost seems like it's not as important, you know what I mean? Like I think they want to make this championship belt like this is the best of the best of the best. It isn't just oh this is the best of a Raw. Oh this is the
yeah.
best of SmackDown. So and
It's
I'm
all of them.
curious. You know, I'm curious on who's gonna win.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, like we could just kind of go through the list and like what we
Yeah,
kind of think. 'Cause, oh, I mean,
for sure.
we already kind of talked about the Logan Paul Mysterio thing. I I
Yeah,
I feel like Logan Paul's gonna like the Miz and Logan Paul are gonna win.
yeah,
I just feel like that's what's gonna happen because it'll be the most like ah!
yeah. It that you know what that's gonna be the most interesting one because I think this is also Dominic's first WrestleMania. So it's either you either give it to a celebrity for the win or you give it to Mysterios.
Yeah,
But
that one's really up in the air.
yeah,
But it's like
but I think you're right though. I think it's going to be Miz and Logan because at
because
the end of the day,
he's always
Logan,
lost. Like
yeah, like yeah, Logan is, but at the same time too, Logan's just a guest, and they probably paid him some money too, and all that
yeah, true.
mumbo jumbo. So,
Well, they
and
definitely
Dominic
paid
is
him money.
yeah, oh yeah, 100%. But Dominic, he's part of WWE, so he technically has a full future ahead of him for winning his own WrestleMania moment. So I bet you this will
Oh
be
yeah.
yeah, Logan. I'm gonna say Miz and Logan.
And he'll probably have like a redemption arc where he comes back to WrestleMania against the Miz or something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they'll be like, "Last year, you
yeah.
humiliated me and my father. Now I'm
yeah.
gonna kill you."
Okay. Lily.
So and then we also have Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
fucking familiar with Happy Corbin.
Corbin, he's kind of hate to say it for the guy, but he's been in WWE for some decent time now, but he's very mid card. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't mind. I honestly don't mind the Happy Corbin um, stint that he has going on. Before that he was King Corbin, and
oh,
then but what he truly goes by is technically Baron Corbin.
Baron okay,
Corbin.
that's his new name.
No, that's what he used to come out as because that's his name.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, now he's Happy Corbin because how it went is so just backing up a little bit to explain his thing. So he went from Baron Corbin in NXT and started off in Raw and SmackDown as Baron, and then he won King of the Ring at one point, and so they changed him to King Corbin. So he's just kind of this high end guy. He's rich and everything, right? And then I think they made him into Sad Corbin or something like that, or Poor Corbin, or maybe it's just Corbin. And
Sad
he lost,
Corbin.
yeah, because he lost that title or something like that, and he was losing his matches. So the storyline was that he lost it all. He lost all his money. So
Oh.
and so he had the storyline where he's going up to, and he was still. I think they were trying to turn with the Sad Corbin. I think they were trying to turn him face, but people didn't like him so much that they wouldn't give his character a chance. So they just made him this kind of this I don't know, this guy who's poor and has nothing and then asking for money from other WWE superstars or stars. And when they say no, then he would guilt them into being like, oh, well, you have all this money and I have nothing and blah, blah, blah. And then eventually it got to a point where he went to, apparently one day he was in Vegas. When I think Raw or SmackDown, he was in Vegas and he won. He had the last few cents or something like that in his pocket and in his wallet, and he put it in. All of a sudden, he started winning and winning and winning and winning, and then he got to a point where he was making so much money, and then became Happy Corbin.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Yeah, yeah. So that's where it is now, and he's with some other guy. I forget the guy's name, but anyways, yeah, that's his stint.
Okay, so he's gonna get his ass killed by Drew. That's fine.
Oh, I have a feeling. Yeah, I have a feeling like Corbin. I think he just needs to find. I don't think he's fully just there yet. A lot of people still don't appreciate his heel.
Yeah.
It might take it. It might take him to get into a baby face to build up that crowd again. So because I don't know. Maybe people are liking it, but some people are not liking his. Again, he's kind of a mid card guy, not really. He's only noticeable for how long he's been in the WWE.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is the Usos versus
Usos.
Yeah, versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Dukes.
Yeah, I think so. There's two things that could happen. There's one idea that could lead up to WrestleMania with Roman and Brock. There's a part of me that thinks maybe that the Usos might lose this.
Yeah.
The SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Yeah, because they're against I could see Rick and Shusuke or whatever win the title because Usos have had this tag team championships for a long time now, but this is also they're running off of Roman Reigns run, and Roman Reigns right now is the longest lasting. He has the record for the longest title holder in the WWE in the 35 years.
Yes, my tribal chief.
Yeah, gotta acknowledge him. But he's so Roman. If you haven't really been paying attention to Roman Reigns since last WrestleMania,
yeah,
you really need to keep up with Roman Reigns because that guy is selling seats. He's always been I guess at the starting he was a heel as the
Shield.
What were they called? Yeah, him and Seth, and at the time, the heck was his name? He goes by John Moxley now, but why am I going blank on
you're talking about the Shield guys?
The Shield? Yes, that's it. Sorry. So when they were the Shield, when they first came into the WWE as the Shield, they were bad. They were heel, and then they turned right. They eventually all split up, and they went from heel to face to Seth breaking up the Shield and Seth becoming heel. and then they kind of all split ways, and then they've kind of gone back and forth. But Roman has never really grasped the audience with his face as his baby face.
Right.
Everyone just didn't give two shits. Like even when he won titles, they could care less. When he beat Undertaker, people still hated him. So he's kind of built up, like in a certain sense, you could look at it like he has some kind of creative control with his character, but it's the sense that he's built up this character that's been babyface for so long, with the crowd just still not liking him to a point where he came back after a long stint and he just wrecked everything. He just started being this powerhouse, and but a heel. And then he has Paul Heyman with him as well.
Yeah,
And he's
that's
made
crazy.
he's built such an incredible heel. It's to a point where the crowd just goes with it. You know, typically when you're a heel, the crowd just boos you and, you know, boo, you suck, you suck.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like the crowd like legit, like his thing is acknowledge me. I'm the head of the table, the head of the island of relevancy, or I can't say the word.
Relevancy,
But,
yeah.
yes, thank you. And so, like, he's really built this character up, this powerhouse. He's the champion, unstoppable. He has yet to be defeated, if I remember correctly. And yeah, like the crowd, when he says "acknowledge me," the crowd acknowledges him. If it
Oh
cheers
yeah,
him,
they
kind of a
love him.
mixture of boo. Yeah, they love him, man. So yeah, it's interesting to see how it goes, because yeah, the Usos and Roman, they're just, yeah, they're a powerhouse right now in SmackDown. And it's kind of funny because if you don't know much about the Usos or Roman Reigns, they're all part of they're actually relatives to The Rock.
Yeah.
The Usos are Rikishi. Rikishi from the Attitude Era. That's their
Yep.
dad.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
That's Roman Reigns' uncle. So Samoa, they're all Samoans, eh? And there's apparently a new Samoan coming in on Raw after WrestleMania. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
He's The Rock's great uncle, twice removed.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
step uncle.
that's the one thing, man, is that like all those fucking Samoans, they have really, I guess Rikishi not as much, but they all have really big star power.
Yeah.
Like Rikishi, but he was still pretty popular. Like everybody knew his name
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But you know, he wasn't like a favorite.
No, he was just kind of a crowd pleaser, you know. Dude did his silly thing where he literally, I was just gonna say, Cody just put a picture up of Rikishi fucking face planting Paul Heyman with the fucking his ass.
the old stink face.
The stink face, yeah. Fuck.
Dude, you know who I miss though? Fucking Tajiri with his poison mist.
Oh my god, I know, man.
Do you remember that guy? He'd like
yeah.
spray the green shit in your face and then like kick you in the face. And it was like his poison mist. Like, that's a great fucking shtick.
Oh yeah, man. Actually, a while back, I think last year before Asuka got injured, she pulled that move on. I think it was Charlotte Flair. I think she did it too. She
really?
did the spray. Yeah, fuck, that was funny.
Apparently, Hornswoggle did too.
Oh God, jeez.
The hell? That's wild shit, man. Like, it's just like, that was such a cool era of wrestling. Like, they had so much fucking weird shit.
Yeah. But, what do you think for the Usos?
I think that, I don't know. I think they're gonna. It's hard to say. I feel like they're in this matchup. I think they're the favorites.
Yeah.
In a way, I don't know. They seem to be pretty popular, but I don't know. I think they might lose just because they haven't lost.
Hmm.
I feel like they're kind of due for a loss,
Yeah.
and because that's how I kind of feel about like I because I think personally I think that Brock is gonna win at the end. So I don't know. I think like
Yeah.
this whole posse I feel like is gonna lose. Roman
Mhm.
and the Usos. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But you know who's not gonna lose?
Who's that?
Becky Lynch.
Oh, Becky Lynch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she's fighting
It's
Bianca Belair.
yeah, yeah. And Bianca had her. She had her WrestleMania last year
Right.
with Sasha Banks.
Well, because wasn't Becky out pregnant, like on mat
Yeah,
leave at
yeah,
that time?
yeah, yeah. She had to give
Yeah.
up her title, which she gave to Asuka, and then I think Asuka lost it, or else she got injured. One of the two.
Right. Yeah.
But
I'm excited to see
Asuka's
her
been out
come
of it for a
back
while. Yeah.
because I loved her. I thought she was always
Mhm.
really good.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
and yeah, so I think she's gonna win that one.
I I think yeah, I would like to say Becky.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny because I was reading this thing a little while ago, or this I think I was listening to something. I forget one of the two, but they were talking about how they almost have been the actions that Bianca Belair has been doing give more of a heel characteristic compared to what Becky's been doing. Now Becky is a heel, but Bianca's actions have come out as more of a heel turn, like how her attitude is and stuff. You'd almost think she was more of a heel, but they have her as a baby face, which
Yeah.
is yeah. Again, it's weird to me. Again, I don't know. I could at this point. I actually am kind of tired of Bianca Belair already. Like or, I don't know something about it.
Yo,
Like I'll be honest with you too. Becky, I'm kind of a little bit tired with too. Like there's just
that's my girlfriend.
the yeah. uh the women's got really good peak when it got up to Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky, but I'm just tired because and I guess you could say maybe the same for the guys wrestling, but the women's wrestling division just like I don't know, man. It just seems weak.
You want some fresh blood in there?
I want to see, yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see fresh blood. I don't want to see for the fucking last
Yeah.
6 years the same people fighting over and
Yeah.
over again. Or maybe it's just something about the women's. It's like not being sexist or anything, but it's just they're fucking boring, man. Like, and I just see these other female superstars that I want to just see get raised up
Yeah.
that are always mid tier that I feel like could do more. Like Natasha. Natasha's been in it for so long. Why the like again? Maybe it's because I guess I've seen some of her like backstage talking and stuff, and maybe she's not the greatest at that, but like that could be improved technically if they wanted to.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
I don't know. It's just yeah.
I know.
There's
You just want Lita back, okay?
yeah. Well, actually, an interesting thing. Survivor Series. I think just before this, Lita went against Becky Lynch.
Oh really?
Yeah. They had a
That's
match.
crazy. What?
Yeah.
How old is she?
40 something.
Oh yeah, I guess she's not that. I guess she wouldn't be that old.
Yeah. I think she's like 40. Yeah, she's 46.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's crazy.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that must
When
have been
I
a Survivor Series. Yeah.
I think Trish they just had a match or a WWE just on the last weekend I think in Toronto, and I think they had Trish Stratus there.
Really? And she was fighting.
Yeah, and Trish Stratus I think just fought last year. I think it
Holy
was
cow!
Trish Stratus went against Charlotte.
They're bringing back the classics.
Yeah, they bring them back once in a while. They have that power, right?
It looks
And
like
she's 46 too.
it looks like she fought Lita in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's it. Elimination Chamber. Yeah.
Exclusively on Peacock in the US,
Yeah.
in US and WWE Network.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I'm still trying to figure out for the Sunday. Like again, we're gonna be watching at Dad's place there on Saturday
Yeah.
because that's what we typically do. So, but yeah, Sunday I'm going to see if I can get something figured out because I feel like we really need to watch that Roman Reigns. That's the most built up match I
Oh
think, other than
yeah.
Stone Cold. Like Stone Cold again, and I understand the reason for is Saturday because it's Saturday to begin with. You know what I mean? At WrestleMania goes pretty late, I think till 11 o'clock.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, that's the understanding I get from having a Saturday show. But definitely Sunday has again, the big they WWE did it right in the sense for them for making money because they went and made Stone Cold one night and Roman Reigns the next night.
Oh yeah.
So you
They're
know what I
they're,
mean?
they're gonna keep that retention.
Yeah. So I don't know how the old man is getting WrestleMania on Saturday, but I think I got to download and subscribe to the WWE network, which is whatever. For me to download the WWE network on or subscribe to it, it's only $10 a month, and I have full access to everything WWE.
Yeah. You're like,
So we could watch pay per views anytime.
I'll do my 1 month free trial.
yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, gonna get WrestleMania for free.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I think, and same with for these next two. I think it's gonna be Becky Lynch, and then I think it's gonna be Ronda Rousey probably for
yeah,
Charlotte Flair.
yeah,
That's what I feel like for those two.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to your dad's favorite matchup, The New Day versus.
Is that on Monday?
Looks
Or
like
sorry, is that on Saturday?
it looks like it. Yeah.
See, that's okay.
Yeah, that's one of the last matches. Well, in the list here for day one, but it's The New Day versus Sheamus and Rich Holland.
Yeah, Sheamus, good old Sheamus.
Sheamus has
New
to win
Day.
that. Sheamus.
You think Sheamus?
Yeah. Sheamus is.
Yeah.
If not, we're gonna get kicked out of your dad's garage. I'm gonna be like, go Sheamus. Because The New Day, who are those wrestlers? Like, what's their names?
The New Day. Well, Big E is out because he has a fractured neck. He broke his neck.
Yeah, Holland or whatever. Rich Holland broke his neck, didn't he?
I forget who it was exactly, but yeah. Anyway, so it's going to be Kofi Kingston,
right?
And what the hell was Austin? No, the heck is his name? New Day.
But yeah, I like to be honest though about this match. I don't know who's gonna win. The New Day will probably take it, but I don't know. I like Kofi Kingston and I like Sheamus. I like it's gonna be a fun match. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
This next match is exciting as fuck though, because it was the whole drama build up to it that I referred to at the beginning of the podcast. But it was Seth Rollins versus a mystery man.
Yeah.
So who am I going to be fighting? You'll find out at WrestleMania.
Yeah. There's a good. If people don't know, on the WWE, you can watch it. It was on Twitter first, but yeah, Seth Rollins the last few Raws there. I think even SmackDowns too. He's been freaking out, like, because he keeps on losing his matches, and he wants his WrestleMania moment, and it hasn't been working out for him. So he's the last Raw before this video. He talked about how he's like, if I am not getting WrestleMania, there's not going to be a Raw, there's not going to be a SmackDown, and I'm gonna ruin WrestleMania or something around that lines. And then all of a sudden, there's a thing on Twitter where they're like, Vince McMahon's like, "Hey Seth, come to my office tomorrow or on Saturday or something like that. We need to talk."
With a T-Rex on the wall.
yeah. So yeah, the skit is Seth shows up at the WWE Network headquarters, waits like 2 hours to go see Vince McMahon, walks in. Vince is at his desk writing some mumbo jumbo down, and while we're there in this office, Vince McMahon has what Cody was saying is a T-Rex skull on the wall.
Yeah. For some
You
reason.
know the guy has money when.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a reproduction, all right. It was only $2 million.
yeah. So yeah, they sit down and Seth is thinking he's gonna either get fined or friggin' suspended, and then he even made the joke. He's like, "Oh, let me do it for you. I'm going to be, you're fired." right, and then yeah, that's where you were saying earlier in the podcast where Vince goes, "Well, why didn't you just, you could have just come to me and talked to me about getting a match." And yeah. So at the end of the day, Vince McMahon goes, "Yeah, you're going to get a match because I think Seth Rollins needs to have a match at WrestleMania." So he's all pumped up, and then he goes, "Well, who am I going?" He's like, "Oh wait, who am I fighting? Who am I fighting?" And yeah, Vince McMahon goes, "You're gonna find out when you're in the ring at WrestleMania." Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited, and because Frank, man, it could be anyone. There's been so much talk about Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Cody Rhodes was one person.
Rhodes.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes. He was, and if people don't know who Cody Rhodes is, he is Dustin Rhodes' brother. Dustin Rhodes was Goldust, and that most people know who Goldust is. And Goldust or Dusty Rhodes, and I think that's Dusty. I might be getting my names mixed up because their dad was also in.
He was Poopy Dust.
Oh, sorry. Dusty Rhodes is Cody's dad. Sorry, I messed that up. That's my bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Thought you were
what a guy. Yeah. Let's see here. What is Goldust's? I'm going blank on his name.
His real name?
Yeah, it's real name.
Let's just look it up.
Anyways, it's a Rhodes. Dustin. That's it. Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes is Goldust. But anyways, so Dustin
Patrick Runnels.
Yeah. Yeah. So Dustin and Cody Rhodes, they both went over to AEW when it was brand new. And Cody was kind of part of like this executive head member of AEW. And just recently his contract ran out, and I guess they just didn't they couldn't figure out a proper contract, so Cody just left. So now there's this, he's kind of built up his name from AEW as well. He wasn't much of a character in WWE that much. His dad kind of helped him out a little bit, but yeah, so he's gone. So everyone's like, he's coming back to WWE. He's coming back big. He's coming back. But the thing is that there's fucking, man, there's just so many people it could be. There's a chance. I was thinking possibly just recently, I had a kind of epiphany that there's an off chance it could be The Undertaker.
That would be awesome.
That
really would be sweet if it was The Undertaker.
Yeah. But what is retirement at that point? Because every time it's Undertaker is officially retired.
Yeah.
The Undertaker is officially retired. And it's like 15 years from now, we're going to hear The Undertaker has officially retired. Like,
yeah. Everybody else like, go to bed, you cunt.
Yeah. So
there was a time when Goldust was red.
Oh yeah.
The fuck was with that?
I think that might have been WCW.
Was it? What the fuck? He was also blue at one point, and he only did half his face.
He also looked like friggin' what's his face from the Addams Family too at one point.
Yeah, he does look like Fester.
Yeah, Fester. Yeah, you look up Dustin Rhodes, and then type in Fester. Yeah, I bet you they'll bring up a picture of him where he had white face paint, and that stint was actually the red is him now in AEW. Does the red and black?
Oh, does
Sorry.
it? Oh, that's him in AEW. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! There
Okay.
was a
Yeah.
time when he did white
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. And you know the funny thing is that was Nitro. Is that what the
Yeah,
heck is
yeah.
Nitro? Is that TNA? No. What WCW?
I thought that was
Nitro?
TNA Nitro.
TNA.
Yeah,
Nitro.
TNT.
I'm trying to
WC.
remember when that was.
There was WCW Nitro as well.
Okay. Anyways, either way, I remember that because I was just gonna save this picture here. Kind of looked like this fester of friggin', but like a mixture of Under Undertaker too. Here, oops, oh, wrong thing here. I'm gonna take this. No, I should probably see. Um, yeah, but anyways, he goes out into the ring and they made him do this big stint with this, hey?
Yeah.
But he completely goes off script. He's like, these guys are trying to get me to make this gig and stuff like that, but you guys can go shove it. Like he lost his fucking mind. There.
That's
There's
good.
a picture of him right there. It's a small picture, but
Where'd you send it?
Discord.
I don't see anything.
Oh, maybe I didn't send it yet.
Oh, this guy's
There we go.
cheating. Oh,
There-
jeez.
there we
Yeah,
go.
that's the one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. That's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, he's wearing this big
And he's got
giant
like the old.
cowboy
He's got
looking
like
hat.
yeah, he's got like the old Undertaker hat.
Yeah, and then this weird leather jacket thing and white face paint. Looks ugly, yeah, but he lost his shit on that.
He's a weird fucker.
But yeah.
But
anyways,
what's closing out night one though?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh yeah. So
Kevin Owens.
So do you think it's gonna be an actual match, or is it gonna just be him kind of?
That's man.
Because it's not a match, right? It's like a confrontation, but then maybe it's gonna turn into a match.
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just they call it. Austin appears on the KO show hosted by Kevin Owens.
Yeah, like that's I know, but like I don't.
They're talking about. Yeah, they're talking about actual fighting.
It's WrestleMania though. Something's gonna happen.
I think to really step it up, it would be cool to see them actually wrestle.
Oh, I hope
really,
so. I hope so.
Wrestle.
Maybe it's gonna be like the Booker in the grocery store. Maybe that's what it'll be like.
Hey, Booker, got milk?
Got milk. Or maybe he's just gonna go up to Kevin Owens and go, "What the hell kind of bullshit book is that?" my dude, of Steve Austin.
Yeah, all I could think of too is back when Kurt Angle. I guess this multiple times, but Kurt Angle had a big stint with Steve Austin there, right? Like the most famous part was when Steve did the one with the beer truck. But then when Kurt Angle had a thing with Stone Cold, he came out with the fucking milk truck and sprayed Stone Cold Steve Austin the whole arena with milk. And then he had glass jars of milk that he was acting like it was beer, and he was doing the same thing as Stone Cold was. Hey. But there's a really good one too where Kurt Angle ambushed Stone Cold, hey, right. And he handcuffed him and stuff and threw him in the back of Stone Cold's F-150 at the time, as it's Stone Cold 316 on it and stuff. And he took him over to this. He took him over to this bridge, and I think he threw the title or something like that out of the bridge. And he's carrying Stone Cold, and he ends up, and he's like, he kind of has Stone Cold in an angle, and Stone Cold's like scared to his life because he thinks Kurt Angle's lost it, and he's going to throw. Stone Cold thinks that Kurt's going to throw him off the edge of the bridge into the water, die kind of thing, right? That's how kind of crazy it is. But at the end of the day, because Kurt Angle is kind of a softie in a certain sense, and when he lets go of Stone Cold actually falls into a little small baby pool. like one of those little rubber inflatable fucking pools
Yeah.
with a little bit of water in it. But of course, Stone Cold got out of the water. He's freaking out, right? And then and then Kurt Angle gets in the truck and he just drives away. Oh man, so all the stories were so awesome.
Oh, those are classics, man.
Yeah, there's the other one I'm still thinking of too is because like you used to have a C4, and then the old man bought it from you,
Yeah.
right? But back in the Attitude Era, Vince McMahon had a Corvette, eh? And I guess they built up this storyline. And anyways, every day or every Raw for a while, Vince McMahon would show up in his C4 Corvette. And then the one episode of Raw, he shows up with the Corvette with the what do they call that hood? You take the roof off.
Oh, the T-top?
Yeah, the T-top. I think there's a certain name for the
target top.
Target top. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so they have the target top off the car, if I remember correctly, if that's the right one.
Oh, this is when he fucking poured cement in it, didn't he?
Yes, yeah. He backed up the fucking cement truck and poured like a whole buttload of friggin' concrete into this Corvette. You just watch all the windows just shatter in him. And yeah, oh my god.
That is hilarious,
funny.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, man, there's some good stuff. So yeah. So Stone Cold Steve Austin coming back. Pretty sure he's having a match. Going to stunner Kevin Owens and drink the shit out of his own IPA beer.
Yeah, no kidding, hey.
yeah. And then
that's the end of day 1. And then day 2, yeah, like there's the women's fatal 4-way tag team match. Which I have no idea on that one. I don't know who's gonna win that. It might be. I think it'll be interesting because there's so many people.
Yeah,
like 8 people. I think it'll be a little bit out of control, which will be good. That'll be fun.
Women's Tag Team Championship. It's Queen Zelina, and Carmella as they're the champions versus Naomi and Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalia and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
I think they've been kind of building up Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I think they're gonna win.
Yeah. That's what other people have been predicting too, yeah.
Yeah. No offense to Sasha Banks, but she's had so much. Again, she's kind of this powerhouse in the women's division, but at the same time too, it's just like let's just get some new faces on some, like, it's good to see Carmella and Queen Zelina.
Yeah.
Like, especially Zelina, she has hardly had much of a time. Like, she won. They're in King of the Ring. They had a women's version of it called Queen of the Ring as well, and she won that. So that's why she's going by Queen Zelina right now. And it's weird because she's kind of an odd character development because she went from she used to be the manager for what the hell was his name? He was a heel. He was a Mexican heel.
A Mexican heel?
El Rico or some weird name like that. Anyway, she managed...
Not Alberto Del Rio.
No. There's actually talk of him coming back, though.
Oh, I liked him a lot. Mostly because of his entrance, his hype man. Alberto! Yeah, like the whole entrance. It's like, okay, chill the fuck out, buddy.
So there's talk of him coming back. Who else?
He was Mexican too.
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio. I wasn't sure if he was like Spanish or what he was, but yeah, he actually is Mexican.
Yep. I forget the other guy, but anyways, So anyway, she had a Spanish. She's talked Spanish and all this other stuff, and then she's back as this British. She almost has this British accent to her. It's like, what the fuck? What is going on here?
That queen, you
But
said? Sorry, you
Queen's
turned
yeah.
you turned into a robot there for a second.
Oh,
your
connection went away.
You're back now, but
Okay. So Queen Zelina, she kind of did this. She was the Spanish, and she spoke Spanish, and she looked Spanish, and then now she's this Queen Zelina who almost sounds like she's British. So
that's fucking weird. But yeah, okay, yeah, I'm cool with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, I'm fucking excited for. This one, Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah, man,
that's gonna be fucking cool.
I'm pumped. You know what? It's funny. I really started appreciating more of Sami Zayn since this whole rivalry started. Sami Zayn's pulled off this crazy heel. He's another good heel. That's all he's really done is heel.
Yeah,
But yeah, awesome. He's kind of this conspiracy kind of guy. You know, there's been really good skits going on that I don't think I told you much about because Knoxville, right, is the prankster guy and all that and jackass guy.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, this is a, what is it? Or anything goes?
Yes.
Match, I think it is. So this will be interesting because, Knoxville's kind of, he made Sammy lose his Intercontinental Championship. And then also, I guess, he's been doing small pranks on Sami Zayn the whole time. Like, there's this one stint that was going around that was pretty funny where I guess he somehow got a hold of Sami Zayn's phone number and then he leaked it online to Twitter. Oh. And so, like, the whole entire time, Sami Zayn's, like, making, like, Twitter updates, like, up at 4 a.m. in the morning, still getting phone calls from jackasses. And it's like and he's like answering some of, like, I guess it was a side phone, probably, I assumed it's on silent half the time, but I guess he was randomly answering them, hey, and then there would be screenshots of like a fan just all pumped, and it just shows Sami Zayn and he just looks so fucking pissed off, like it's just so bad, eh? And so, oh man, it's a fun build up, hey, and he did this live, not really live thing, but kind of like a one take kind of thing, side video, where he was in Knoxville's hometown,
right?
And he's walking around and he's talking about, he's like, yeah, I'm not, he's not a fan of Knoxville and stuff, and he sees this guy that's just sitting near a certain spot and stuff, and he's like, hey man, can I bother you for a second? He's like, yeah, sure. And you could tell it's not scripted. This is like real. Because you could tell the guy was awkward and stuff, right? Because it's like, why is this guy with his phone out, wanting to have a talk? But because he's Sami Zayn, like, out of character or not, he's expecting this guy, going up to this guy and being like, yo, you don't like, or you, what do you think of Knoxville? And he's expecting the guy to go, oh, fucking yeah, he's hometown crowd. I really like him and stuff. And the guy goes, yeah, I don't really care for Knoxville. Like, it's just complete, and you can kind of tell, like, by the Sammy's expression that kind of caught him off guard, like, oh shit, like he was expecting him to go, yeah, and then he's going to bitter him, right? But then Knoxville or Sammy kind of goes, oh yeah, he's not really a great guy, is he? And he's like, no, I don't really care for his stuff. And then and then Sammy goes, well, if it was Knoxville versus some other guy, and you just wanted to see some other guy knock him out, would you like that? Would you really hope for the other guy? And the guy kind of sits there for a second, kind of pondering, hey, kind of thinking it over. And he knows he's on camera, and he's like, hey, you know what? I would kind of root for the other guy. And then Sammy, he's happier than a dog and shit or whatever. He's fucking happier than all hell. Hey, yeah. You hear that, Knoxville? Yeah, the crowd's looking for me. They want to cheer me on, sort of thing. So it's funny seeing that, kind of how that portrayed and stuff, and how they're doing such a good storyline with that as well.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So, who do you think is gonna win?
Knoxville. I honestly think Knoxville. I think Knoxville's going to do something. Could be Sammy. But you know what? I think this is the match of like the Shane McMahon of throwing himself off of a cage or off something. Knoxville's going. I really hope, because that's what everyone's predicting, and I think it's going to be like a wild match. I think we're going to see probably it's going to be like a hardcore match. You're going to probably see like tacks getting thrown on the ground and random shit.
Yeah.
Probably people get set on fire or something.
Fuck, that'd be hilarious. It's just on fire. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. So after that one, there's these two guys I don't really know much about. Austin Theory and Pat McAfee.
Yeah. So Pat McAfee, I think he used to be a football player, and then he kind of built up this podcast thing. He has this podcast. He talks about the NFL and other sports. I think it's stuff like that. Maybe celebrities too. But I guess he got the attention of Vince McMahon. So now Pat McAfee is he's the I was going to say Saskatchewan. He's the SmackDown. Well, he's one of the co-hosts of ring announcers. He works with Michael Cole. But Pat McAfee has he's very ambitious. He like a lot of the guys like him. A lot of people like his attitude. So he's kind of the baby face. And Austin Theory, he's a superstar that Vince McMahon's trying to build up.
Right.
So, and that's kind of the storyline. Vince McMahon he was on Pat McAfee's podcast, and they kind of talked about Vince's past and stuff. And then Vince McMahon went, "Hey, would you want to have a WrestleMania moment?" And that was live kind of reaction too. That was kind of on the ball. And yeah, like Pat was saying in the podcast, he's like, it'd be dumb of me not to say yes. Vince McMahon is asking you to have a WrestleMania moment. You kind of have to have a fucking WrestleMania moment.
No shit.
So yeah.
So he's not a wrestler at all.
No, he's not a wrestler. So he's been trained. He's literally only had a month so far of training up to wrestle Austin Theory, which Austin Theory started off in NXT, came to Raw for a while, then went back to NXT, and then now they've kind of got this story arc with him and Vince McMahon. So
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. I think Pat's going to win it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
That'd be pretty cool.
It's going to be what it's going to come down to. I think it's going to be a fluke. It's going to be one of those fluke wins that at the end, like Austin Theory's going to be all mad because it's like, how did he win? How did he win? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's how I think it's going to go.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
So,
yeah. I think on this next one, we all know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Do you know who's going to win?
Who?
RK Bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the tag teams. Yeah. Friggin' Raw Tag Team Championships. The RK Bros, which is Randy Orton and the Riddle. His name is, I think.
Yeah, just Riddle, I guess.
Yeah, Riddle.
Versus
versus the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy. The Alpha Academy has Otis. He used to be part of he was kind of like more like a blue collar redneck kind of guy. And then they have I forget the other guy. I forget the guy's name, but he's an Olympic champion. So he's kind of the Alpha Academy is kind of going based off of the old thing that Kurt Angle did back in the day, where he had like 3 Olympians. Okay, the Kurt Angle faction thing going on with Shelton Benjamin, and I think his brother. I think Kurt Angle's brother was the other one guy, I think.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of in that sort of thing. They're the Alpha Academy because they used to, like in real life, Otis and this other guy, they used to be partners back in the day, like wrestling and stuff. They know each other and stuff. So it was bound after when Otis was done with his last stint with his brother, whose brother's done with WWE. to make this Alpha Academy, and they made Otis like Alpha Academy is a heel group. Street Profit is babyface, I believe, and RK Bro is babyface. So you got so 2 good, 1 bad. I think RK Bro will.
Think they're gonna steamroll them?
I know. I don't think Steamroll. It's good. It's either going to be RK Bro or Alpha Academy. I can't make up my
I
mind.
think it'll be pretty fun. Pretty fun anyway.
Yeah, I think it needs to be changed up. I think RK Bro have been champions for quite some time now.
Yeah, I like watching Randy Orton. He's fun.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
a,
If you watch some of this, quite a few while back, watching some history on the RK Bro with Riddle, it's such an really awkward tag team thing, but they made it work really good. Like Riddle makes it look like he's getting mentored by Orton. Like Orton would be like, there's the one time where Orton's like, you got to be more like me. Like look how I wrestle and stuff. And so the next Raw, when Orton shows up, all of a sudden Orton pops up beside him, or sorry, Riddle pops up beside him, and Riddle's dressed just like Orton. Looks just like him, has a fake mustache on and stuff, and he walks out like Randy Orton, and he ends up doing the RKO, I think, as Orton too and stuff. It's kind of funny, kind of the bickering back and forth. But because I think it was Elimination Chamber or it was Royal Rumble. No. It was when they went to Saudi Arabia. With Crown Jewel, I think it was. I think they call that Crown Jewel pay-per-view. Fucking Riddle's like, oh yeah, I gotta come out and crazy because we're in Saudi Arabia, and Orton's like, all right, whatever, you do your thing. And then Orton comes out, and he's waiting for Riddle, and then freaking Riddle comes out in a fucking camel. You just see Orton like scratch his head, like, what the hell?
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, it's between RK Bro and Alpha Academy. I don't know. Straight Profits are good, but they haven't really caught my attention lately.
Yeah, and then I think you're right for that. This next one's kind of a hard one to determine because it's the one we were talking about earlier, Bobby Lashley versus Omos.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna be a fun match. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
but I think I don't know.
I think Omos is gonna win.
Do you think so?
I think
Is he
this
is gonna be heel versus heel, right?
I think unless they try to make Bobby a baby, there's a chance that they could make him a good guy, Bobby. But Omos, I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep him bad because he's just this big tower of a man, kind of like an Andre the Giant kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what's going to happen is Omos is going to win, and it's going to build a storyline between Bobby Lashley and Omos.
That would make sense, yeah. And then
the Titans going against each other.
Because they're both big guys. I mean,
yeah,
that Omos guy, I didn't really know much about him, but holy fuck, is he huge?
Yeah, he's like, isn't it 7'5" or something like that?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Omos.
Fucking intense. But the
7'3".
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then so he's 7'3". Bobby Lashley's 6'3". The guy's a foot taller.
He's a foot taller than him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So there's two more matches. There's Edge versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
What about that? What do you think about that one? Because that one, they're both pretty popular.
Yeah. So Edge turned heel. He has a new theme song. Same music or same band. It's Alter Bridge because Metalingus was his big song before. What was it? Dracula, I think. No, not Dracula. forget what Edge's theme was the first one, but anyways, so he has a new theme now. It's supposed to be darker, and he's this heel, and then yeah, AJ is the face. Uh, I think AJ. I think AJ is gonna win it.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I think Edge has had his. I think Edge has had his games or had his matches. He's won a lot, so I think he's gonna build up AJ.
yeah, he's kind of had his time in the sun, hey.
Yeah, it really depends on the where contracts end. That's a big thing too. We got to factor in when it comes to like example like any of these older guys that are wrestling right now. Like yeah, if it could be like this could be the end of Edge's contract at the WrestleMania, and it typically is when it comes to this stuff. So um, it could be the Edge's like one of Edge's last match because this was a big match for them.
Oh
he
yeah,
was
you're right.
he's
Yeah,
bu- yeah, he's building this up like, oh, he's been wanting to fight AJ Styles, but they've never been able to collide till now. So yeah, I think I think AJ Styles is going to win this.
I think you're right. Actually, to be honest.
Hmm.
Hmm. So the last one. This is the big one
Oh man, the last one, yeah.
that we're all excited for day 2. Brock Lesnar. Although
Yeah.
he's not Brock Lesnar like that anymore. Now he's I'm gonna wait in Roman Reigns' changing room.
Yeah, yeah, beat the shit out of everything, rip doors off and shit.
The poor lady comes in. Don't you think you should leave his dressing room? Throws the lamp across. Throws the lamp across. He's like, I'll leave when I'm good and ready.
Yeah, yeah.
My favorite part of that
Cow.
video was when he sat down and he's like, oh, it's pretty comfortable. He puts his feet up and fucking hits the thing and like he breaks the table in half.
Oh, yeah, the coffee table in half. Yeah.
Breaks it in half with his fucking feet when he puts them up. He's pretty comfortable.
Not as
Crunch.
good as mine. Yeah, he goes, not as good as mine, but pretty good. Pretty good in
Yeah.
here. I will say, like, I'm really happy to see. It's great for a change to see Brock as baby face, and he's doing a great job of it.
Yeah.
Um, the issue that's running in with Brock at this moment, and some people are still conflicted on liking him, is he's one of those guys that he's getting paid a lot of money, and in the past he's known for just doing this part-time wrestler, they call him. But
Right.
he's been a little bit better this time. He has been showing up quite a bit. And again, he's been doing his own talking. He hasn't had Paul Heyman kind of talking for him, right? So he's kind of built up his own character, and like all the things that he's doing is all different and new. So that's where it's very entertaining to see Brock Lesnar. And then to be biased to a certain degree, he's his hometown, or not hometown, but he's living in Canada, and he lives in a similar he's living in the province that we're in, or province, and you know so you kind of have that kind of part of, like, there's a part of me anyways that goes, I'm kind of rooting for Brock Lesnar because
Yeah.
like he's putting Saskatchewan, the province of Saskatchewan, kind of up, kind of, I don't know, in the spotlight, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, man. He's cool. And
Yeah,
I like the whole fucking redneck Brock Lesnar approach. It works.
yeah,
I like to like my honest thoughts. I mean, he did the MMA for a little while, and he was really fun to watch in the UFC. That was really cool. But like honestly, the whole WWE thing, I was kind of just, I was kind of over him. The whole him and Paul Heyman thing, when he came back, that was fun and that was really entertaining for a long time. But then
yeah,
after a while, it just kind of got, it was just kind of old. He was the beast, kind of this, the big
yeah.
strong guy. But like it just kind of wore off. But now
Mhm.
he's doing this whole. He's a face, and he's like a redneck fucking guy. And it's like it's different, but it works.
Mhm.
It's a fun new character. So And
Yeah.
then Paul Heyman went over to Roman Reigns. Like this is like the ultimate rivalry, you know? It's like his old manager, so
Yeah. And it man, it's so hard to say. Again, I would like Brock Lesnar to win, but I can also see why Brock Lesnar could lose too.
yeah,
Because again, at
I
the end
don't
of the
know.
day, the don't get me wrong, this match that's building up is selling seats. Like people are there to see the conflict between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns is selling seats. He's doing an incredible job, and he's still young compared to Brock. Brock came back because of a paycheck. At the end of the day, he was in retirement. He was done, and
Yeah.
then Vince gave him some kind of a fucking hell of a deal to be like, please come back, and so Brock did. But it looks like he has more free will, so he seems more invested to be in the WWE for it.
Yeah,
But
he definitely
um,
he feels more like himself.
but again, like I was saying earlier, with these guys like Edge and Brock Lesnar, when does their contracts expire? Because if Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar's contract expires at the end of WrestleMania, then Roman Reigns is most likely going to win it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. So,
But
and I'm not
and then
sure.
yeah, and at this point, Roman Reigns is unstoppable. So you got to find something that's going to stop him. And right now, Brock Lesnar is the big guy. He's the right now the only guy that you think is possible that can beat him. You can't have a guy like fucking Rey Mysterio beat Roman Reigns.
No, it has to be
You know what I
somebody
mean?
big.
It has to be a big guy, yeah.
It has to be a superstar.
And right now, Brock Lesnar has built himself up to a very similar level to Roman Reigns when it comes to entertainment factor. So,
Yeah, that's right.
but then where does the good guy cowboy hick character go after you beat Roman Reigns?
Yeah,
You
that's
know
the
what I
thing.
mean?
You don't know. So it could go either way. I guess we'll
Yeah.
find out on Sunday night at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I am starving, so I think we're gonna wrap it up there. I have
Yeah.
to because we're recording on Thursday. I have to slap this together real quick and
Yeah, get this out for Friday or Thursday night.
today.
Friday for our
Yeah,
viewers, hopefully.
get it out today. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
I'm gonna be uploading it today, so I'm just gonna edit it quick. It doesn't take long to edit a podcast, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, while it's rendering, maybe I'll go wash my balls and then they're nice and fresh for when we go have some dinner.
Oh, gross. Fuck.
Come on,
All right.
you've never had prairie oysters?
What the fuck? Jesus
I
Christ.
eat prairie oysters in Saskatchewan. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and we're gonna talk about what happened on WrestleMania on the next podcast.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll see you guys then. Don't forget to follow the podcast on all social media. Links are in the description below. Follow
What?
What?
You can tell Cody doesn't listen to wrestling. I was trying to do the Stone Cold thing where he was going to say something. And I go, what?
Okay. I thought you said bug. I'm like, who the fuck is bug?
Holy fuck.
Okay, all bugs aside. Yeah,
Holy.
don't forget to follow the Houster on Twitch.
What?
What? I thought you were gonna say.
You're supposed to keep going. Never mind. You killed the joke. All right. Anyways, yeah. Now so you can follow me at the.
Am I supposed to keep going with it? I'm not sure.
You're supposed to. Yeah. That's
What?
Yeah, you're gonna find out Saturday here. You're gonna be like, oh, I know what he was saying now. I know.
I'm like, okay, here we go. I am the Ultimate Warrior. That's in this podcast. Ryan's dying.
Yeah.
But yeah, follow the podcast, all social media in the description. What? Follow the Houster on Twitch.
What?
Follow Code Manliness on YouTube.
What?
For more YouTube Elden Ring, poop.
What?
And yeah, we'll see you next week. Peace.
All right, see you guys.